Greetings and salutations, YouTube Wanderer. The Lost One Gaming here, and welcome back to Plutocracy. And I know what you're thinking. That's not Richard Mills over there. It is, but it isn't. I ended up starting over. I realized that I pre-recorded a couple episodes of the other Let's Play, and I kind of didn't like the path that it ended up taking. I played to try and see if I can salvage it, but I was so far behind that I couldn't really do it. And by the time I realized the strategy that I had to take, it was a little bit too late, so I figured I'd just scrap it and start over. Now, our character's name is still Richard Mills, but he looks slightly different. I think he has a mustache in comparison to before, but he's pretty much the same. Now, this time we know what our opponent's going to do. Our opponent, like I said the first time, is going to go for the most profitable company. It doesn't matter what the market cap is, whatever the most profitable company is, that's where my opponent's going to go. So in this case, it's in New York, and it's Hallelujah. It's 19% profitability. But the thing about this is that this one is probably going to lose value over time. So I'm going to have to look for an escape route when it does, which is probably after the first turn. But I think we're going to start looking into security, however you pronounce that. I realize that my strategy is going to have to be, I'm going to have to get a company as soon as possible. And when I do, I'm just going to have to focus on growth, because otherwise there's no way I can catch my opponent. So I'm going to have to accept the fact that I'm not going to be able to keep up with my opponent in the very beginning. Like, I might be in a similar situation, but not exactly able to keep up, because you'll probably see after I make this deal, at least this time I can talk to multiple people, because that was what messed us up the first time. We were in the right place, but we just couldn't get a deal done. So this guy should probably be our best bet. Let's see. I'm just going to give him everything I got, and we're going to get a profit of $19,000 per turn if we can make this deal. But what I'm going to show you is kind of how, in some cases, unfair it can be on this difficulty that I'm on right now. And it gets worse as you go up. But now, I pretty much did this for everything that I had. So the deal was for $98,000. Now, my opponent is supposed to start out with the exact same amount that I do. So we're going to figure out how much our opponent's going to be worth after they make a deal. So I'm at 1.93%. So in principle, since my opponent had to come all the way from California, he should be in a similar situation to me. He should have less money than me, actually, to invest with. But what's going to happen is, because he has better skills than me, he's likely going to be able to negotiate a better deal. So he's going to get shares for like half off or something. He's going to turn a 90,000 into 100. See, this is what I'm talking about. So he turned that 90-something thousand that he had into 118,000. So like, I can't. That's why I said it's kind of impossible to keep up with early on, so I got to focus on growth. So we'll keep investing each turn into this company, and then, like I said, my escape route is going to be the smaller transportation company. I don't know how long it's going to take me to take it over, but we'll see. So let's see. Is it already dropping off? We're at 11.2K right now, so I guess if we just keep investing, it shouldn't be that bad. I don't like the manager that we have here. The manager's not that great. I mean, and it's not really in the right places either. I mean, these are good, but I guess it's not too bad. But she doesn't really have the ability to increase by a lot, so her growth is going to be stagnant. So, I guess we'll talk to the same guy that we talked to before, Mr. Patterson, because he made a deal with us the first time. So I feel like we should be able to make a deal again. Although it seems like his requirements are going up, which is kind of unfortunate. But I mean, we'll do what we can now. I'm tempted to do this one, but I don't want to lowball him, because this is going to take away money, but I guess I'll see how it goes. It increases the chances of the deal going through, but I guess, okay, it worked. Cool, fine. Yeah, this guy is going to be our ticket into the company. Without him, there's no path through here. So we increased our stake to 2.1. Our opponent is now at 2.8. So we're in a similar, well, actually, my opponent, hold on. My stakes was worth 19. They're supposed to, or in terms of dividends, 19 versus 26. So if I can just keep investing and keep investing, we should be fine. That's what I'm hoping for. And if I could get something like this where somebody offers me 10% more too, that would help. Like I said, my golden number is 10%. If somebody offers me 10% more for my stocks, then I will take it. But if they offer me anything less, then I don't really want to talk at all. So we got 2.1. My question though, or my theory is, should I start investing now in this other company? Because it's not going to get me too much money if I do. So I feel like maybe I want to get up to about maybe 30,000 in terms of dividends before I start doing that. So I guess I'll wait. All right, so we're now making 12,000 per turn. I think it dropped off a little bit from the last quarter, if I'm not mistaken. But we're going to be making another deal with Mr. Patterson, who still his requirement is still 33. So we still do have other people we can talk to, but they're probably going to try and swindle us out of some money. And pretty soon we're actually probably going to drain Mr. Patterson out, depending on if my opponent, Mr. Ross, if he's making deals with him too. Deal sum 4.7. Why did I not have any money? What did I do with my money? Oh, is that his entire stake? Wait a minute, what? I can only make a deal. Did I lose something here at the last second? I must have, because I have no money. I don't know how that happened. I thought I would have gained like 12,000 per turn. Apparently I didn't. It must have dropped off at the last second. I wonder if my opponent had to deal with the exact same thing. Because maybe. Let's see. My opponent is currently valued at 146,000. Okay, so they're not too far ahead of us, like 30,000 difference. So that's not too bad. I hate to mess this up again, but I guess I have to go back in with him again, because like I said, this is our best shot. If we don't get through with him, then I have to deal with these other guys, and I don't really want to deal with them, to be honest. So then again, actually, I was about to say, I think Ross just bought him out, but no, he didn't, so we're good. Let me see if I can make this deal for like $4,000 again. I hate to spend everything we got, but I mean, I don't really have a choice. I can go 4% more, but I can't really go anything above that. So I think you're going to accept this deal, and thank you very much, Mr. Patterson. It's going to increase our profit by about $800. Now, I'm trying to see how the company is going so far. It seems like the profitability, like I said, is dropping off because it's at 18. When we first started in this company, it was at 19. So I know that this is not going to be here long term specifically. So, like I said, I'm trying to get to about maybe 30,000 before we jump over or we jump ship. But I mean, if I can get a decent amount for my shares, then I might sell them all and then jump into the other company. But my strategy once I get that company is going to be, pretty much I'm going to just get rid of my income there. And I'm just going to focus on expansion, because the AI doesn't really like to expand too much, in all honesty. They like to sit back and look at their money, and they expand, but they don't really expand the companies. They just buy more stuff. So if I can get one company to be like the best in all the United States, then I might have a shot. I might have a shot. But I think overall, we're in a better position because we're in the exact same company as our competitor. So we're not too far off from them, because that was what messed us up in the last episode. So profitability is now down to 17%, so it's dropping. So we're back down to 11,000 per turn. But we should be able to increase that a little bit more this turn because we actually have money to make a deal with this time. My opponent is actually still at 2.85. I don't think he's made a deal recently. So is he focusing on something else? Did he? No, he's still here. Huh. Interesting. I feel like, I don't know why he's not making deals. Or maybe he did and I just didn't notice. Or maybe he didn't have, maybe he felt like he didn't have enough to make a deal that first or that last turn. I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna go with that. He probably didn't feel like he had enough. He probably felt like it wasn't worth it. But I made a deal with my little $4,000, so I'll take it. So that's going to increase our stake to 2.5%. We're still behind our opponent, but, you know, not by, well, actually, he just made a deal, so he's at 3.5. So we're like a whole percentage behind him now. He's gaining 29,000. I'm gaining 13,000. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. My opponent's really trying to upset me right now. He's trying to vote for the income to go down. It's like, dude, you're going to hurt yourself in the process, too. I mean, why would you do something like this? I'm against this. I have just about as high of a stake as you do, and everybody voted against you, my friend, so that was a waste of your time. I don't know why you suggested that. Everybody wants money in this game. They want the dividends, okay? They don't want to get rid of their money. Why would they do that? I've kind of been looking around trying to figure out if I can find something that's about as profitable as this company, because like I said, I can see it fading quickly. Well, not exactly quickly, but I can see it fading. So I don't know where we go from here. Exactly. Well, I said I wanted to go here, but in terms of trying to get something that can actually make me money, I don't exactly know where we go from here. I'm trying to see actually how is this company doing actually, and I can only make deals with one person here at the moment, so I'm gonna have to stay where I'm at. This guy already hates me. I don't even know what I did to him. I never even tried to make a deal with him, so that sucks. Is there another company that I could possibly invest in that has a similar market cap? That's not that one. There's a company called PETA. Okay. Let's see. I'm trying to see anything else that's like $1 million, 800K. But by the time I can invest in this company, it'll probably be negative in terms of profitability. And I can talk to the main investor for this company, but he's gonna probably swindle me out of a lot of money. And the manager's not that great, so yeah, I can see that company fading. So that's not going to be a good idea there. What about the next one? Looks like it's even worse, but the manager's better. It's just a question of if he's in the right place. Then let's see, I think was I just in Virginia? In Georgia, the cheapest one is 2.5 mil. Illinois, the cheapest one is 1.4, but it's also a oil refinery, so I don't see that lasting too long. And then we've got Texas, this one's already negative, but it's 1.3. And then we move over to California, and we got one that's 1.9. That's a transportation one. This might be the one I try and get then. I mean, it depends on if I can increase my influence enough, because if I can, then I'll just deal with security. But if I can't, then I'm going to have to pick something else. So, I mean, I guess once I start making deals here, I should be in a decent position to do something, but I don't want to mess this up, though, is the thing. But this guy is pretty friendly with me so far, and I should be able to make deals with this guy soon enough. So once we get to that point, then we'll definitely be pretty good. All right, it's time for another deal to be made in the good old hallelujah. My opponent currently has a stake at 3.5, so they're still about a percentage ahead of us. We got $15,000 to work with, pretty much. So we can increase our profit by about 2,000, but since it's dropping, we won't see that entire 2,000. I think I might go with this one, see if he's going to accept this. If he doesn't, then that's going to suck. I think he's going to decline this, which is terrible. Actually, no, he accepted. Cool, just barely, but it worked. I'll take it. It's going to increase my influence by like 0.2. Excuse you, can you not? He's mad that I'm buying him out, isn't he? My income would change by 10. Please, no one vote for this. I swear if someone votes for this, like, please don't. Thank you. Everybody rejected it pretty much. All right. Devil Diplomat conducted negotiations. So now I can upgrade. I got an upgrade point to use. Now, what I think I'm going to use this on, I wanted to say I was going to use it on finances so I can get rid of my my maintenance costs. But I think it might be better for me to use it on psychology, because that way I can make deals with people that I otherwise wouldn't have been able to. I don't think it decreased it by that much, but I might now be able to talk to that guy that was at like 54 in security. I might be able to, and then this company is actually increasing in terms of profit or profitability, so this is good. So yeah, he went down to 48.3 because he was at 50 before, and this guy was at 88, and this guy was at 100 and something. So I think this is going to be good for me. The question is, how much could I use? How much would I be able to get if I started investing now? This guy's stake is worth 50,000, and it's getting him 2,000 in dividends. We're up to 16,000 for us right now in our company that we have. So she would like to buy my shares for 19% more, pretty much half my stake, for 63,000. This would decrease my income by 9,000, but I could take this and I could literally buy this guy's stake, and that'll give me 2,000 back. And at least I know that that 2,000 is going to grow versus disappearing. But do I really want to do that now? I feel like this might be the best deal that I'm going to get. Maybe I should wait a little bit. I'm going to wait a little bit longer. Somebody might offer me something like that again. I want to say if I got 200,000, my dividends would be 7.7. That's what this guy's stake is right now in the company. So I don't even have 200,000 yet, so I guess I can't dream too big right now. We'll still focus on, and like I said, I think I was trying to get to 20, 25, 30,000-ish in terms of dividends. Like I said, we're dropping right now, which is not great, but I guess we picked up a little bit. Maybe they might have picked them in the right direction now. Maybe we changed the manager. I wish I could vote for that right now. So for my sake for this turn, I'm going to see if we can get a new CEO in here. Now, I don't think that they're going to accept this, but I think we need a change here. I mean, I shouldn't be the only one that should feel that way, but I might be. It was rejected. I was the only person that voted for it. So yeah, this company, now the only reason why I'm actually happy that this is the company that my opponent invested in is because, like I said, it's fading and I can see it fading. So I think what I'm going to do is this turn I'm going to start, well, next turn. Well, we're down to 12,000. Is it 12,000? Went from 17 to 12. That's a pretty big drop. That might have been because of the market, though. I don't know. So let's see. Who else can we can still deal with Mr. Patterson. We got this guy we can deal with, too. So I'll go ahead and make another deal with Mr. Patterson, even though he's starting to hate me for some reason, and I didn't do anything to him. I thought we were good friends, Mr. Patterson. I've been making deals with you and giving you money. What have I done to displease you? I shouldn't have done anything to displease you. Thank you for another deal. Now we can become friends again, right? Right? Hopefully. Hopefully. Alright, so we got a deal that I don't really think I can refuse right now. This guy is offering to buy my entire stake in the company for about 14% more than it's worth. So we get up to $139,000. Now, right now, as you can see down here at the bottom, we literally dropped off a cliff this last quarter. So I think I might take this, to be honest. I just said it was a deal I couldn't refuse, but then I'm thinking about it and I'm like, well, if we rebound the next quarter, then we'll actually be okay, but I'm taking the deal. All right, I might regret it in the long run. It's going to decrease our income by 10,000. Never mind, actually, because I can't afford that, can I? I have to refuse for right now. I'll probably sell the shares eventually. We'll see what happens in the next quarter. All right, so since we didn't really gain too much last turn, I'm just going to go ahead and start making deals in security. Now, actually, we have a guy that we can completely talk to without really having any repercussions to failing. Now, the question is, he has an ambition to buy oil refiners. Does he want to buy mine? Because if he does, no, that's not the one that I have. Dang it, that would have been great. That would have played out perfectly. Now, his stake is worth $180,000. So pretty soon, I should be able to buy his entire stake. We won't make $10,000, but we'll be getting there. So we're making $14,000 right now, so we have a 100% chance it's going through. So I don't even have to make any extra deals or sweeten the deal at all. I can do this actually if I wanted to. I could take some money off of this. Thank goodness, Mr. Barnes. I appreciate you for helping me out here. It only got us about $300 in terms of profit, but this company is growing, and it seems like it's growing rather faster. It's up to like 6 or 7% profitability, so I can see it becoming a factor. Now the question is, will my opponent decide to jump in here as well? And I feel like I sort of probably should have taken the deal that I had last turn, because I feel like I'm going to regret not taking it now. Because if I sell everything that I got and jump into here, or jump into security, I don't know. Especially if I sell it at market price, I don't know how much I'm really going to get back. And I can only make deals. Actually, I can make deals with, oh, they're changing up the investment here. This has changed now. So we got a number of people we can talk to now. People are jumping in here. Oh, my opponent got in here. No, this is Hallelujah. Never mind. I looked at the wrong place. I was like, wait, what? I thought I was in freaking security looking at this. Actually, they just had a strike there, so that kind of sucks. Dang it. I will fix that when we get there. So the last quarter ended up being somewhat favorable. We ended up with an extra gaining of like 16,000. Our current value or wealth is 176,000. I'm pretty sure our opponent's probably at about 300 by now. 276. So my opponent is doubling me, which, like I said, this is to be expected. I can't really keep up too well in the beginning. But my goal now is going to try and be to get some extra profit. So we're going back to security. This is where I'm going to start making my money now. At least I hope. So this deal, this guy's stake is worth 100,000. Well, 56. I'm sorry, at market price. This guy's is worth 176, gets 10,000 dividends. So I'm just going to start dealing with Mr. Simmons again. I think I dealt with Mr. Barnes the first time. That was who I dealt with. So we'll gain 1,000 in profit. So hopefully what will happen too is that as I invest more into this company, it will kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? It'll kind of balance off the losses that are happening over with Hallelujah. That's what I'm hoping. So if I gain 1,000 here, I should be able to corner off the losses at least to keep me in a similar spot right now. I might next turn try and invest back some more. I guess we'll see. And then maybe I could sell off my shares and come into here, and I'll still make enough to really kind of do something at least with like 200,000 or something. So I think we might start to be okay then. 200,000, 10,000 in dividends, but after all my taxes and everything else, and I might be making about 5, and that's definitely not enough to really do much with. And everybody here is already starting to hate me again. So my opponent has actually moved down to Georgia. I don't know what my opponent is looking for in Georgia, but let's see. Is there a company that's fairly profitable? Oh, there is. Desk. I got to keep in mind a lot of these companies are moving and growing. So I might, let's see, can I talk to anybody in Desk? Can I? There's a couple people I can talk to actually. So he's getting about 6,000 in dividends from there. This might be the play then. I might need to follow my opponent here and sell what I have in. See, I'd rather sell what I have and then jump into something like this where I can see the profitability is there and growing seemingly. So, and this company has a great manager too. So I gotta follow my opponent down to Georgia, I guess. Cause this isn't going to work too well in New York. So yeah, the thing is, my opponent's probably going to keep his shares here though. I'm not. I'm just going to get rid of them. But then maybe I should wait for a deal, because I was going to say, if I go down to Georgia, can I still talk to people with like a 50 reputation? I think I can. I think I'll be all right. Because I'll be able to invest more than my opponent here, because my opponent only invested about 38,000. So I can invest my full 100 and something thousand in here and get like maybe 20,000 in dividends. Maybe 18, yeah, maybe about 20,000. So we'll be in a better position if we do this. I can still talk to people if I do sell, so I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to sell what I got up here. I'll probably keep the shares in security just until I come back. Now, all right, so let's get rid of these. I hate to leave because that company is going to keep growing. So I kind of hate to leave it, but I kind of don't really have much of a choice. I got to follow my opponent up here to Georgia and kind of take what he's done and perfect it. So that's going to take us, going to cost us 2,000 to get down there. So we have 165K right now to invest in, or to invest with. He wants to buy my shares as security for 4% less, so I'm definitely not taking that. You'd offered to buy my other shares before I sold them, I probably would have gave them to you. I always get freaking robbed. Like, why is this? I'm not paying you, so I guess we're just going to have a gunfight, and I'm just going to have to lose the time. I'm not paying you. You're going to know me as the fighting man, the fighting businessman. I'll lose the time, forget it. I still got there anyway. So, all right. Let's go ahead and make this deal. We can talk to Mr. Foster. How much is Mr. Foster's stake worth? I can't buy him out completely, but I can get a better stake than my opponent. So that's 28,000. 27,000. We'll probably lower it a little bit. So +2, -1. We'll see how this one goes. If it doesn't work, then we'll go to the other one. But it seems like it's going to work. So thank you very much, Mr. Foster. So this might be my opportunity to one-up my opponent. At least I hope. So also checking, trying to see if there's anything here, market cap wise, that may be in a position for me to afford now. Maybe magnetic. I could start jumping in here, and then I could go back and get the other stock. It's funny that some of these names get reused, because I remember I bought a company called Ganymede at some point. I guess this might be the move. I'm gonna use the next turn to invest in this company that we're both in now again, and then I'll probably start jumping into magnetic maybe. Why would you do this? Why would you do this? No. I don't know why they take out loans as if the economy literally crashes every turn when it really doesn't. I still got 7K to make a deal. Hold on, let me see if I can do anything with this. Maybe I'll go ahead and invest it in magnetic. Or let's see. Magnetic is the lowest market cap, right? Yeah. Just by a little, but okay. I can make a deal with a couple people. I can actually make a deal with the main investor, but I won't talk to her just yet. We'll talk to Mr. Miller first. What can my 7,000 get me? $90. Cool. I'll take it. +5. I kind of can't do that, actually. I mean, I'll say I can do it, but I kind of can't. And it doesn't look like he's going to accept anyway, so it was close, but I'm going to have to cut down on this now because I can't give you any more than what I already have. So it's going to have to be this, literally, because, I mean, I can't give you any more, so apologize. Now we're back in the middle again. The deal is only going to sour from here, my friend. I mean, at this point, I mean, I guess I could technically do this. Maybe. Just maybe. Are you going to accept this time? Maybe. All right, we made a deal. 7.1K. It's going to give us $80 in profit. Woo. $80. So much money. So much money. I love it. Oh, boy. But I'm going to end it here, guys. And I will see you in the next one.